subscribe to our YouTube channel and be the first to know of our latest videos and resources. Like us on Facebook and get in touch. Sign up to our website so you'll never miss any of our exciting news, updates and videos.
Hello and welcome to Little Blessings Online. Glad you could join us. I'm Jo.
And I'm Andy B.
And Little Blessings is your baby and toddler group, wherever you are, whenever you want it. And today in our story, it involves water and someone coming to the rescue. So we were wondering, what do you think of when you think of come to the rescue?
Well, I haven't. I just go to cartoons and a hero coming to the rescue to the sound of the trumpets. But I found some real heroes online. We think about our heroes and stuff, but these people in these next few images, they're proper heroes. And if you are in a bit of an issue, maybe you've had an accident, the first image is the kind of person you want running. Oh, there we go. Right, so this one right here, that's a paramedic. And if you've fallen over and hurt your knee, you might get your mum or your dad or your teacher coming to help you. But if you've broken your leg, tragically, you might want to see a paramedic coming to your rescue. Now, this one is from the Ministry of Defence here in the UK. Having some fun with our sound today. And this is actually a fireman. Firefighter, fire service person, I don't know. That's a fireman who is cutting through into a car. Now, if you know anything about me, you'll know that I like helicopters quite a lot. But this is a search and rescue helicopter here in the UK. And if you're in the sea and you're having a problem, that's the kind of helicopter you're going to want to see coming over to rescue. And the person will come out the door and come and rescue you. And the next one is another helicopter. Again, from the Ministry of Defence photos, which is quite awesome. And this is another search and rescue one. And then we have another one, which is a Merlin helicopter from the Royal Navy, which it says on the side. And search and rescue, again. The reason why I went for helicopters is because I like helicopters and I was searching for search and rescue helicopters. However, there is a point to the helicopter because a helicopter can rescue you wherever you are, which is awesome. So whether you're in the sea or you're stuck on a mountain top, maybe, then these are the people that are going to come and help you and rescue you.
Fantastic. Well, our story today is all about someone rescuing. They didn't have a helicopter and all this fancy gear, but it was still a rescue. It's Moses to the rescue.
Our story today is Moses to the rescue. But let's get Dave to join us first. So let's call him up. Dave, hello.
All right, how are you doing?
I'm all right. Are you?
Yes, good.
Hey, you're looking good. Have you done something to your hair?
I had my hair sorted.
Yeah, sorted.
Went to the dog groomers.
Oh, brilliant. You look great. It's good to see you. Are you ready for our story?
Oh, yes.
Our story today is about Moses to the rescue.
Cool.
Yep. So there was a man called Moses a long time ago who lived in a place called Egypt. And the word Moses, the name, means drawn from water, which is interesting. Do you know what your name means, Dave?
Dave.
Dave, it just means Dave.
Yes.
Well, I looked it up and it's short for David and it means beloved. It means you're lovable.
Long for duh.
Long for duh. Yeah, so that I think that's true of you. I think you're lovable. So
Thank you.
Good. And so that's what I'm going to tell you. Would you like to know why Moses means drawn from water, Dave? Would you like to know?
Yes.
Good. So what happened was when Moses was a few months old, he was put in a basket to keep himself safe because there was a nasty king about who didn't like his family and his friends. So his mother put him in a special basket. And that's why they call baby baskets Moses baskets. That's how famous Moses is.
I've got a dog basket.
Have you? It's probably not a Moses basket because they put babies in there. So Moses was put in this basket, but this was a special basket because it was waterproof, because it needed to go on the River Nile.
Mine isn't waterproof,
It's
but
not.
it does have a cushion.
Yeah, I think yours might sink, mightn't it, if you put it on the water?
Yes.
Well, this one was floating across the river and to keep Moses safe. And what happened was, as he was traveling along the water, he was crying because he was a bit upset. And a princess saw him and went, "Oh, there's a baby in that basket." And
Thought
she
this was going to be another scary
no,
story then.
but no, Moses was rescued by the princess, and she took him in because she felt sorry for him, and she loved him and looked after him, and he grew up in the palace with the princess and with the king, with all the nice clothes and nice food, so he was a very happy and healthy and a rich life as
That's
he grew
pretty
up.
cool.
That's all right, isn't it? Well, the story doesn't end there because what happened one day when Moses was grown up, he was walking through the town and he saw one of his friends being hurt by an Egyptian, one of the people who lived in Egypt.
That's not good.
No, and Moses, being Moses, stood up for his friend and went to his rescue. But the king heard about it and didn't like it because the king didn't like Moses' friends. Do you remember? And so the king was so angry that poor old Moses had to run away
I
to be
think the
safe.
king was a cat person and Moses was a dog person because dogs and cats don't get on.
Exactly, they are opposites, aren't they? I think
Yes.
there's something in that. I think you might be right. So poor old Moses had to run away from the palace, from all that rich life and healthy life and all of that. And he ran away to live in a place called Midian, which was quite far from Egypt, where he could be safe away from the angry king. And when he first arrived, he sat down next to a well. Now, in those days, they didn't have taps. You couldn't just turn on your water. They had to go and go under the ground and pull water up from a well.
They dug holes with their hands.
Yeah, they would dig a hole and create a well, and that's where the water would come from.
I can't use a tap anyway because I ain't got fingers.
No, but I bet you could dig, couldn't you?
Oh, yes.
You could dig a hole and get some water. Well, that's what was there. This was this well that somebody had built. And he sat there, and as he sat there, 7 daughters came together to get water for the well
That's
from
a lot of daughters.
that's a lot. There's seven. 7 daughters all came together to get water for their dad's sheep, because they had a flock of sheep. But every day they went, the same time they go for this water, but the other shepherds were nasty to them and wouldn't let them get any water. So it took a long time, had to wait a long time to get water. Well, Moses saw what was happening, saw the shepherds were bullying these poor 7 daughters. And do you know what he did, Dave?
Stood up.
He stood up, yeah, he stood up and he chased them away. Absolutely. And then, so the 7 daughters were able to get water quite
That's good.
quickly. Yeah, brilliant, wasn't it? And do you know why he was able to chase these shepherds away?
Because he was brave and had a dog.
He didn't have a dog, but he was brave because you see, when he lived in the palace, he learnt under the best military training. He learnt how to be a good fighter, a good soldier, as you would in the palace. So he had the best training possible, and so it was nothing to him to shoo off those shepherds who were being nasty. So that was good, wasn't it? So
Good.
Moses was to the rescue, and he was the right man for the right job, wasn't he? Well, the 7 daughters went home to their dad, and the dad said, "Well, why are you home so early? That's unusual." And they says, "Oh, wow, there was this man at the well, and he chased the shepherds away, and so we could get the water much quicker." So his dad says, "Well, go and find this man. We must say thank you to him." So the 7 daughters went back to the well, and Moses was still there, and they invited him into their home, and he stayed and lived with them, and he became a shepherd. He actually became a shepherd and looked after the sheep.
Cool.
Brilliant, isn't it? So Moses was from water.
Yep.
And then he got rescued from the water, and then he rescued someone else with the water, with the well.
That's brilliant, that.
It's a good story, isn't it? A happy ending. Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us, Dave. Did you enjoy that story?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. What did you like about it?
The basket.
The basket.
I want to go for a sleep now in my basket.
Oh, well, you do that, Dave. We'll see you next time. Bye for now. Bye.
Goodbye,
That's story time.
We do like Dave. He brings a certain smile to the proceedings. So we're now moving on to song time. So make yourself some space around you so you can't hit your brothers, your sisters, or your wall, or your favourite Ming vase. It's song time. Heads, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Heads, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, and eyes and mouth and ears and nose. Heads, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, and eyes and mouth and ears and nose. Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Knees and toes, knees and toes. Knees and toes, knees and toes, and eyes and mouth and ears and nose. Knees and toes, knees and toes. And toes, and toes. And toes, and toes, and eyes and mouth and ears and nose. And toes, and toes. And eyes and mouth and ears and nose. And Trinity, made of three. See what they made, see what they made. They made the sun and the moon and stars, made the trees and the birds and flowers, made the wind and the rain and sun. They made you and me. Trinity, made of three. See what they made, see what they made. They made the sun and the moon and stars, made the trees and the birds and flowers, made the wind and the rain and sun. They made you and me. Trinity, made of three. See what they made, see what they made. They made the sun and the moon and stars, made the trees and the birds and flowers, made the wind and the rain and sun. They made you and me.
Oh, well, I hope you found space there to do those actions. I think Dave the dog would have liked that last one because he can count to three. He would have liked that.
I won't get to 4, but you can get to 3.
So that would have been good. It's art time now, and we're going to, because there's a bit of a water theme to our story with Moses coming from the water and rescuing people from the water. We thought we'd do a water droplet collage. For art time today, we're going to make a water droplet. As you can see, I've made one, and all you need is a shape of a drop like that, really nice and big over the paper, and then we're going to fill it in with bits of blue paper and white paper. So you could draw your own, take a pencil or a nice big marker so you can see the outline, or you can get one that we've produced, and you can get that from a link from our website. And there we have it, all ready to go. And we literally just fill it with glue, which I love doing. Just fill it, just go mad, fill it with glue, whatever glue you've got around, to make it all nice and sticky, so we can cover this with blue and white to make it look like water. So this is a lovely water picture, if you like, a water droplet. That's what we would think was a drop of water, like that. There we go, covered in glue. So obviously for this picture you'll need a piece of white paper and a pen to draw, or get one of these from our website. You'll need glue, scissors if you want to cut it out, but obviously scissors if you need. I've got some tissue paper. Obviously use whatever you've got at home. You can use white paper, and just cut them up into small squares. The white paper or tissue paper and blue paper. And you can make them as big or as small as you like. If they're nice and small, it will take longer. I've got nice big pieces here now, all ready to go. And I'm just going to literally stick them on here, on my paper. And you can put them wherever you like. And to make it look like water. And I think this is really good fun. And there isn't any system. You just put the pieces of paper wherever you think. I think if you just mix it, it looks better. So maybe blue and then white, like I did on my picture. But you just keep going, keep going. You could put it all blue if you wanted, but I think the white and blue looks better. I did try it with just blue, and I actually prefer the blue and white. As I say, if you haven't got tissue paper, then just use some white paper. And there we go. I'm almost done. Because I've got big squares, it doesn't take me very long, but obviously you could have a little, much smaller squares, and it can take longer. Oh, and I think I'm going to have some white there. So I haven't got any white at the bottom. And that's it. That is your droplet of water. Enjoy.
There's art time. So we are coming to the end. We usually do a little plug for something called Prayer 262 at this point, but we've taken a little pause from that just for a little while. But on the 5th of July, we're going to restart that with a slightly better format. We think a little bit more interesting. And a couple of things which we wanted to mention. One was Peter, our youngest son, is going to do a little daily vlog, which we'll put into those daily prayers about his own journey for praying. And the other thing we're going to do is called Family Prayer Time. So if you want an idea of how you can pray as a family, Joe and Peter will be putting out a video once a week through Prayer 262, so you can have some ideas on how you as a family can pray. Really easily and really simply.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad you could. We've had quite a lot of fun today, and it's great to see Dave the dog again. We've had fun. So we hope you'll join us again next week for another episode of Little Blessings Online.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
There are loads of ways to keep in touch with the BerryBunch. Visit our website and make sure you sign up to the blog and get notified on all our videos, posts, exciting news and seasonal events. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get told when we post brand new video resources. Take a look over Ding Dash, a fabulous place that connects people from all over the world. Like us on Facebook, where we hang out and post extra stuff to encourage and inspire you. We're on Instagram too and share extra photos when we're out and about. And if you're enjoying, using or sharing what we do, visit us over on Patreon and you can become part of the extended BerryBunch family by supporting us with the cost of all we do.